martyred because of congregational singing, mind you. They didn't want him singing because his song, the Spirit begins to move in a person and you feel it. You know what you feel when you hear that wonderful song of Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace. Oh my God, when you start to hear that, you know, who's going to save this man? Amazing Grace. And you hear and you feel the presence of God, and it begins to do something to a person. Well, they crushed it. And you could see why they crushed it. Because it made a difference in the congregation. And you and I have to understand that how you and I sing in the congregation make a difference into the presence of God and how somebody feels it next to you. Because when they come and they're visiting and they can hear you sing, whether it's in tune or out of tune, sometimes it doesn't make a difference. It's the word. God will minister to them because it's not your praise. They are not your words. It is not your worship. It is His. And when it comes from here and it begins to move out into the atmosphere, it begins to be melodic. It begins to have a tune to it. It begins to have a kind of spirit about it in which it begins to harmonize with the rest of the congregation. It begins to make a difference in this setting, in any setting. God has called you and I to praise and to worship Him. How did we sing last Sunday? Do you remember? I don't. I was too busy dancing. I saw my brother Roland walk in, and I saw all that good stuff, and I just lost it, you know. But we have to sing with understanding. Psalms 47 says, sing praises unto our King. Sing praises with understanding. Psalm 66 says, make His praise joyous and make the voice of His praise heard. It is your and mine as a body of Christ, as a people of God, as you and I gather together, it is our responsibility to take that praise that He hands you as you walk through those anointed doors on Sunday. He hands it to you. You don't see it. And I've never really thought of it this way until God began to speak to me when I picked up that little book and I began to read about singing. And I began to realize that God, even though I knew that it's God's praise, it's God's worship, I knew that it was His honor and the glory of His name. I knew that, but I never once thought that when you walk through that door, He's there to hand you His praise. He's there to hand you a song. He's there to hand you a blessing. And then when you come in here, either we just put it in our pocket, keep it there, or we're just going to just make it become His praise, the glory of His name. Either we're going to just shout it out and be a congregation that's going to sing a song together in one accord, or we're going to be divided. And you cannot be divided in praise and worship, because that's exactly what the enemy wants. He wants you to get here so late that you're going to miss almost all the praise and the worship. Amen. He's going to want to make sure that you come in here and you've got your mind someplace else. He's going to want you to come in here and maybe get distracted with somebody else because oh my God, he sings like that. That's me. Don't worry. So you hear somebody going, that's me. Don't pay me no attention. But we are here to make sure that the praise and the worship that God hands you when you walk in, that you invest it. That you make sure that you declare the honor and the glory of God with the praise and the worship that He gave you, because He said, this is my praise. This is my praise. And I'm going to give it to you. And I want you to do something with it. What will we do with the praise and the worship on Sunday? How will we sing on Sunday? Will we begin to become more cognizant? Will we become more aware? Will we begin to listen to the congregation and hear as a group, as a body of Christ, that we are offering this praise and this worship unto the King? And say, let's sing with understanding. Let's sing with understanding. The 7 areas that we will be talking about again are the fact that we are, 1, created to sing. 2, that we are commanded to sing. 3, we are compelled to sing. 4, we are to sing with the heart and the mind. 5, we are encouraged to sing in the congregation. 6, we are encouraged to sing with the family, your family, my family. And 7, the challenge to you and me, will you really sing? For the next 7 weeks, we're going to talk about these issues and these topics. We're going to challenge each and every one of us. God is going to challenge each and every one of us to take these scriptures, to take this topic and begin to kind of allow it to sink in. Begin to take this, the issue, the understanding of praise and worship unto God, and how we as a congregation are going to now start to offer it to God.